Hi, Kathryn. So I just wanted to say, thanks again for a really great course. The Hypnobirthing Hub home study course it was just really fantastic. I just had a perfect little baby boy on Tuesday, May 10th, 3.365 kilograms after a very quick labor. But I went to see the midwife that morning, and we had discussed my water birth plan again. And, I had some signs that the labor was building with some more practice contractions and the baby dropping with increased pressure. Anyway, after the check, I actually went from 1 centimeter to 3 centimeters. And then I started having irregular practice surges. They varied from, I think it was about 20 to 10 minutes apart. But then at 1 o'clock, my waters broke, and then I started having the surges, 2 minutes apart. And just from there, I started the iPod. I went and grabbed the iPod, and I started playing the Hypnobirthing Hub tracks. And then I told Duncan to, he needed to drive me to the hospital. And his dad was already at our place. He was actually there to take care of Ollie, so it really worked out for us. But, you know, after we got in the car, what I would do, since I was playing the tracks, is I actually would tap on the dashboard to let Duncan know that I was having another surge. But anyway, by the time I got to the hospital, I could really feel just the pressure of the baby, and I really knew it was close. And I breathed through a surge in the lift, and a surge at the delivery door suite, and a surge at the nurse's station. And before going into our room, the midwife prepared the bath, and I stepped straight in. So I was definitely breathing through all the surges up until that point. And I almost immediately felt the urge to to kind of breathe the baby down. I didn't have the iPod in at that point, and Duncan was behind me supporting me in the bath. And Duncan and the midwife, really encouraged the birth breathing, and, just to let my body, bring him down. And, I breathed through, I think it was, maybe, 3 or 4 surges. I was eating ice chips, in between the surges. And, Finn's head was born about, I think it was about 10 or 11 minutes, after I got into the bath. And, this time I really, breathed his head out, and I didn't push. I mean, and after his body was born, I caught him, and, and I brought him to my chest. And, I'm sorry. It was just such a wonderful experience. And, this time, I really, it just was so emotional, and it was just so wonderful. And we actually we waited for the cord to stop before cutting it later. And the placenta came away with little effort. And I mean, just the hub tracks have just been amazing. Finn did little grizzle, but he was so alert and interested in what was going on. And just so happy to have, cuddles with mom and dad in the bath. And, it was just a magical experience. And, despite everything, despite, it being such a quick time frame, I felt so in control and so relaxed. And, I just was so happy with the whole experience. And it really was just amazing. I cannot tell you how much it was worth it. And, it meant to me. And, I just have to say, I appreciate it. I just want to say thanks again for all your help. So much love from Jen and Duncan from Sydney, Australia.